While it seems likely that traveling to the past is out of reach, what about the fact, so common to our everyday experience, that time itself seems to move in only one direction, toward the future? We call this the arrow of time.
The arrow of time is probably the most blatant fact about the universe we live in that we don't completely understand. Why we live in a universe that has a directionality to time is a mystery.
This is not true of space. In space, I can go from New York to Chicago, and then I can change my mind and go from Chicago to New York. So there is a one-way aspect to time that we don't understand at a fundamental level.
Why doesn't it go backwards? What does it even mean that time goes forward from the past into the future?
So what can we say about where the arrow of time comes from?
Why do we only see events unfold in one direction? Why don't we ever see them happen in reverse order? Well, it must be the laws of physics. I mean, surely they don't allow something like this to happen.
Well, actually, they do. The laws of physics are the mathematical equations we use to describe everything from the behavior of atoms to the swirl of galaxies. They've been devised and confirmed through centuries of observation and experiment. But surprisingly, there's nothing in the laws of physics that says events have to unfold through the familiar sequence we call forward in time. According to these equations, events could just as well unfold in reverse order.
Most of the equations we use to describe what we see in the universe around us don't have an arrow of time attached to them. They're equations that work equally well, moving forward in time, moving backwards in time.
There's this contradiction between the physics, which seems fundamentally reversible, and so much of our life that seems irreversible.
Though it flies in the face of everyday experience, the laws of physics actually say bizarre things like these are possible. But how could this be? Well, the answer is not as far-fetched as you might think.
Here's why. We all know what will happen if I drop this glass of wine. Now, the idea that this mess could somehow reverse itself and form back into a solid glass filled with wine seems absurd. But according to the laws of physics, this can happen. All I need to do is reverse the velocities of everything.
Every piece of glass, every drop of wine, every molecule and atom in the liquid, glass, table, and air, just reverse all their velocities.
And voila! So, if the laws of physics don't care about whether glass is shatter or unshatter, why don't we ever see them unshatter? How can we square the laws of physics with our everyday experience? Something must be missing in our understanding, but what? What's responsible for the arrow of time?